Most cities become quieter after sunset. New Orleans becomes stranger. Behind its music, historic streets, and beautiful French Quarter lies a history filled with tragedy, unexplained legends, and places where visitors still report experiences they can't explain. Tonight, we're counting down the 10 most haunted places in New Orleans. Let's begin. Number 10. St. Louis Cemetery. For more than 200 years, this cemetery has watched generations come and go. Unlike most graveyards, nearly every tomb stands above the ground, because New Orleans' high water table made traditional burials impossible. The result is a city of stone, built for the dead. Its most famous grave is linked to Marie Laveau, the legendary voodoo queen of New Orleans. For decades, people have visited hoping for luck, protection, or answers to personal problems. But that's not why this cemetery became famous. Visitors have reported hearing whispers while walking alone between the tombs. Others say they suddenly felt an icy cold spot on hot summer nights. Paranormal investigators have also explored the cemetery, though no experience has ever been proven to be supernatural. Whether it's history, imagination, or something no one can explain, St. Louis Cemetery. Number 1 continues to leave visitors with one unsettling feeling, that someone might still be watching. Number 9. The LaLaurie Mansion. At first glance, it's one of the most beautiful homes in the French Quarter. Elegant balconies, historic architecture. Nothing about it suggests horror. But in 1834, a fire inside the mansion exposed a horrifying story involving its owner, Delphine LaLaurie. Historical records describe shocking cruelty toward enslaved people, and the discovery outraged the entire city. She fled New Orleans, but the mansion never escaped its past. Over the years, countless visitors have claimed to hear unexplained cries, see figures standing in upstairs windows, or feel an overwhelming sense of dread before they even learn the building's history. No investigation has ever confirmed these stories, yet the mansion remains one of America's most infamous haunted locations, because sometimes the darkest legends don't begin with ghosts. They begin with real history. And the next place on our list has a mystery that even longtime locals still struggle to explain. Number 8. Pirates Alley. Hidden beside the famous St. Louis Cathedral is a narrow passage known as Pirates Alley. Today, it's a popular tourist spot, but centuries ago, this alley was surrounded by smugglers, sailors, gamblers, and stories of pirates who disappeared without a trace. According to local legend, late at night, people have reported seeing a dark figure standing at the far end of the alley, only for it to vanish when they walk closer. Others describe hearing footsteps echo behind them. Even though the alley is completely empty, there is no verified evidence that the alley is haunted. Yet the silence, the old brick walls, and its violent history have turned Pirates Alley into one of New Orleans' most unsettling places after dark. And somehow, the next location has an even stranger reputation. Number 7. Muriel's Jackson Square. Most restaurants are known for their food. Muriel's is known for someone who may never have left. The building dates back to the late 1700s. According to local legend, a former owner lost everything in a high-stakes poker game and later took his own life inside the property. Since then, staff and visitors have shared stories that are difficult to explain. Some employees say glasses have moved without anyone touching them. Others report hearing footsteps on empty floors after closing time. Perhaps the most unusual tradition is that one dining table is often kept empty in honor of the spirit many believe still visits the restaurant. Is it simply a local legend that has grown over time? Or is there another reason the table remains untouched? Whatever the answer, Muriel's has become one of the city's most talked about haunted locations. But if you think a haunted restaurant is unusual, the next place on our countdown is believed by many to be haunted by the ghost of one of America's most famous pirates. Number 6. Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop Bar. As the sun sets over Bourbon Street, one building seems frozen in time. Lafitte's Blacksmith Shop Bar is believed to be one of the oldest surviving buildings in New Orleans. According to local legend, it was once connected to the infamous pirate Jean Lafitte, who allegedly used it as a meeting place during the early 1800s. The building is lit mostly by candlelight, giving it an eerie atmosphere even before the ghost stories begin. Visitors have claimed to see a silent man dressed in old-fashioned black clothing, standing in the shadows. Some say the figure disappears the moment they look away. Others report feeling as if someone is standing directly behind them, only to find the room completely empty. No one has ever proven these encounters. But after more than 2 centuries of history, the building has become one of the city's most enduring paranormal legends. And the next location may be the most haunted hotel in New Orleans. Number 5. Hotel Monteleone. Thousands of guests have checked into Hotel Monteleone. According to local stories, not all of them ever checked out. Built in the late 19th century, the hotel has welcomed writers, celebrities, and travelers from around the world. Yet over the years, guests and employees have reported experiences that go far beyond an ordinary hotel stay. Some claim they heard children laughing in empty hallways late at night. Others describe elevators stopping on floors where no one had pressed a button. A few visitors have even reported seeing people dressed in clothing from another era, only for those figures to disappear seconds later. Paranormal investigators have visited the hotel many times, but no investigation has provided conclusive evidence for the reported sightings. Still, its reputation continues to grow with every new story, because in a city like New Orleans, sometimes the most unforgettable guest is the one who was never supposed to be there. And our next location has a history so disturbing that many locals refuse to walk past it after midnight. Number 4. The Sultan's Palace. At first glance, it looks like just another historic home in the French Quarter, but according to one of New Orleans' oldest legends, a wealthy man known as the Sultan once lived here with a large household. Then one morning, the entire residence was discovered silent. Legend says everyone inside had been brutally killed overnight. While historians debate many details of this story, the mansion's terrifying reputation has survived for generations. People passing the building have claimed to hear unexplained voices coming from empty rooms. Others describe seeing lights appear in windows, even when no one is inside. Some visitors even say the atmosphere changes the moment they step onto the sidewalk in front of the house. Whether these stories are true or simply part of New Orleans folklore, the mansion remains one of the city's darkest legends. But our next location doesn't rely on legends alone. It's a place where performers themselves have reported strange experiences. Number 3. Le Petit Théâtre du Vieux Carré. For nearly a century, audiences have come here expecting great performances. Some believe they got something else. Le Petit Théâtre is one of the oldest community theaters in the United States. Behind the curtains and beneath the stage lies a history filled with renovations, old architecture, and decades of unforgettable stories. Actors and staff have shared accounts of hearing footsteps backstage after everyone had gone home. Some say dressing room doors have opened on their own. Others claim they felt someone watching them from the empty seats during rehearsals. A few even reported seeing a figure dressed in old-fashioned clothing standing near the stage before disappearing without a trace. No investigation has confirmed these reports. Yet generation after generation, the stories continue. Because in New Orleans, sometimes the show doesn't end when the audience leaves, and the final 2 locations on our countdown are surrounded by legends so mysterious that they have become famous far beyond Louisiana. Number 2. Beauregard Key's House. Hidden in the French Quarter stands a mansion filled with centuries of history. Built in 1826, the Beauregard Key's House has witnessed wars, political change, and generations of families. But history isn't the only reason people visit. Museum staff and visitors have shared stories of unexplained footsteps echoing through empty rooms after closing time. Some claim doors have opened without anyone nearby. Others describe seeing the figure of a man dressed in 19th century clothing quietly standing in the hallway before disappearing. No photograph or investigation has ever confirmed these sightings, yet the reports have continued for decades. Whether these experiences are caused by imagination, old buildings, or something science still can't explain, the mystery remains. But none of these places carry a legend. Number 1. The Old Ursuline Convent. Standing in the heart of the French Quarter, the Old Ursuline Convent is one of the oldest surviving buildings in the Mississippi Valley. Its peaceful appearance hides centuries of stories. The most famous legend tells of mysterious young women who arrived in New Orleans during the 1700s. According to local folklore, they were transported in sealed caskets that no one was allowed to open. When the caskets were finally unlocked, the stories took a dark turn. Some claimed they were carrying vampires. Historians have found no evidence that this legend is true, but the tale has survived for generations and helped make the convent one of the city's
most mysterious landmarks. Visitors have reported strange sounds, sudden cold spots, and the unsettling feeling that someone is watching from the upper windows. No paranormal claim has ever been proven. Yet after hundreds of years, the legend refuses to die. Perhaps that's the true mystery of New Orleans. Not whether ghosts exist, but why so many stories have survived for centuries. If you enjoyed this countdown, let us know which location you would visit and which one you would never enter after dark. Because somewhere in New Orleans, history and legend still walk the same streets.